As I continued to milk the hype train for Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch, I started thinking about who I would actually want in the next game. To be honest, with Smash 4 I kinda feel like Nintendo's exhausted their resources for their own first-party characters, save for the super obvious choices that have just yet to be confirmed. Which is why for my list I'm going to be discussing characters that will probably never make it into Smash Bros., but I would lose my mind if they did. Alright, we're starting off with a character that could never make it into Smash Bros. In a million years. It's the protagonist from Persona 5, otherwise known as Joker. I feel like Joker would play somewhat similarly to Robin, at least as a resource-based fighter. His main bread and butter would be a dagger that he could stylishly swing around for melee attacks, and then a gun that's super strong and can knock down opponents, but have a limited amount of ammo that can't be replenished, just like in Persona. Then for his special attacks and maybe some other moves as well, he could use his Persona Arsene to deliver a variety of curse and melee attacks. Since he is the wild card of P5, maybe his down B could actually switch to a different Persona, kind of like the Pokemon trainer, and he would have a new set of special moves to work with. However, to make this more balanced, he would have an SP gauge around where his percent meter is, and once it runs out, he wouldn't be able to summon any more Personas. So just like when you're in a palace in Persona 5, you would want to conserve your SP and use your melee and gun skills on weaker enemies, but when the time is right, unleash your Persona. And then his final smash would of course have to be a hold-up. Joker would use a strong Persona attack to knock down the opponents in front of him, and then it would transition to a cutscene final smash where the OG squad would roll up and do an all-out attack, followed by that stylish end card. So in Smash 4 we had Mario, Mega Man, Sonic, and Pac-Man, 4 of gaming's greatest mascot characters. So why not add one more to represent the original PlayStation era? That's right, I'm talking about Spyro the Dragon. I may be a little bit biased on this one, since Spyro 2 on the PS1 was the first video game I ever played as a kid, but holy shit, I would literally die if Nintendo somehow got Spyro in Smash. I'm sorry, but his moveset would just work perfectly. Neutral special would be his Flame Breath, side special would be his Charge Attack, down special would be Head Bash, and his up special would be a Glide of some sort. His various other moves would likely utilize swinging around his horns, attacking with his tail, and maybe smaller fire attacks. Although it would be a little bit generic, his final smash would probably work similar to how Yoshi's does, where he gets a flying power up and Super Flame. But to be perfectly honest, Spyro doesn't need to be in Smash Bros. He wouldn't really bring anything super new to the table in terms of playstyle, and he'd probably just be a mix between Yoshi and Charizard. But damn it, I still want him in. Spyro holds a very special place in my heart, and after what Skylanders has done to him for the past 8 years, he needs a comeback. Also, if that Spyro Trilogy remaster is actually real, I will legit cry upon seeing the trailer. Well then, since we all know how well Bayonetta was implemented into Smash Bros., why not add another character whose game is a combo-heavy brawler developed by Platinum Games?
Alert. Heavy damage. Standard flight legal test estimated. Activating short-range attack gear. Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Nier Automata is a great game, and while I don't think 2B has a shot at getting in, considering the questionable things that take place within her game, like seriously, what the fuck? No one would have ever thought that Bayonetta would ever be in a Nintendo game either, so whatever. 2B's neutral special would be the pod gun if pressed repeatedly, and if held it could do the laser with a cooldown afterwards, just like in Automata. Her side special could be her dash ability, and you could do it both on the ground and in the air and follow up with any of her other moves afterwards. Her up special could be flying upwards with her pod, similar to Snake's recovery from Brawl, and her down special could be self-destructing, where you'd have to hold the button down for several seconds, but it would do a load of damage to not only the nearby opponents, but also yourself. For her normals, 2B would have her default swords and would reference the combo attacks she performed in Automata. Spoiler alert for this next part, but it would be really cool if 2B had an alternate costume for A2 from the second half of the game. As for her final smash, it would make the most sense for her to jump into a flight unit and shoot at the other players similar to Zero Suit Samus's, but I think it would be funnier if she called in 9S to do a kamikaze attack with his flight unit, similar to how he did to attack that one spider boss. Out of all the characters I have on this list, honestly I think this one is the most likely to actually be in the next Super Smash Bros. We already have a Square Enix rep in this game, so why not add another one? Of course, I'm talking about Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I think Sora would fit in Smash Bros. Way more than Cloud does. As far as I know, the only game Cloud has been in that was on a Nintendo console was Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Meanwhile, almost half of the Kingdom Hearts series has been playable on Nintendo handhelds. Not to mention, Sora just screams Smash Bros. With his moveset options. Almost all of Sora's moves, and I don't just mean special moves, could be ripped right out of the Kingdom Hearts games. He would likely be a fast, multi-hit style swordsman with a few magic-based projectiles sprinkled here and there, similar to Pit, but actually good. Sora's design would most likely be based off of his new Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit, with color swaps to represent the different forms he could take in Kingdom Hearts 2, although pretty unlikely. It would also be cool to see Roxas as a model swap with new voice lines, but that would be a bit of a stretch. For his final smash, it would probably be a new form that we haven't seen yet in Kingdom Hearts 3, or if it returns, it could be final form from Kingdom Hearts 2, where it could work as a transformation that gives you a new moveset for a limited amount of time. And now, it's time for literally the only Nintendo character on this list, and honestly the least likely character of them all. At least so far, all the characters I mentioned were the main characters from their respective games, so they would make sense to come in and represent their franchises. But for my number one pick, Owain from Fire Emblem Awakening. Owain is my favorite Fire Emblem character in any game, and with both Awakening and Faith long since irrelevant to Smash Bros., with characters that already represent those games, my boy will never get in. But isn't that what Owain and all the children from the future are all about? Defying destiny and the future itself? Owain would be the type of guy to say, "Oh, I see you already have 6 Fire Emblem characters, 2 of which are main characters from my game, and there's already too many swordsmen as it is. But such are the whims of fate." And then boom, trailer releases and he's in the game. However, Owain wouldn't just be another swordsman. He would have fast-focused sword swings like Lucina, and could also have some dark magic abilities from his adventures in the Kingdom of Nor. Also, of course, he would have an alternate costume of Odin Dark, just like how Cloud has for his Advent Children costume. At the very least, if Owain doesn't make it into the new Smash Bros., which he won't, will someone please, for the love of all that is good in this world, make a mod for Owain to be fully playable as his own character in the game. His final smash would of course be a critical hit similar to Lucina or Roy, but maybe with a bit more style and a cooler quote.
Abysmal body blow! Save yourself, sword hand!
Owain is not the swordsman that Smash Bros. Needs. He's the swordsman that Smash Bros. Deserves.
Down, sword hand!
Holy crap, that was a lot of anime swordsmen. But whatever, it's my list. If you would like to tell me who you would want in Smash Bros., thinking unrealistically or not, you can do so in the comments below. This has been No Man of Dawn, and I'll see you later. Peace.